God damn it, he's getting close.
July 1988. At the height of a naval battle in the Persian Gulf, the USS Vincense detects an incoming aircraft. The ship's Combat Information Center identifies the plane as an Iranian F-14 fighter jet. And after it fails to respond to warnings, the Vincennes captain shoots it down. But Captain Rogers has just made a fatal mistake. He's destroyed an Iranian passenger plane flying in an international air corridor. 290 passengers and crew are dead. Iranian television broadcasts graphic footage of their bodies floating in the Gulf. For Captain Rogers, the burden is heavy. Whatever mistakes have been made, he bears the ultimate responsibility. But for the victims' families, it's worse. Captain Rezaian's elder brother, Hussein, tries to identify his remains in a temporary mortuary in Bandar Abbas.
When I look at those bodies, I just can't control myself, and I just try to think about something else, not to think of what I saw.
Captain Rezaian's body is never recovered.
Really, I shattered our family, especially his kids, his wife, my parents, which they're still living, and there is not a day that they don't talk about this, of what happened, why it should have happened.
There's an immediate international outcry. The world wants to know how a cruiser with a state-of-the-art combat system could have mistaken a passenger airliner for an attacking Iranian fighter.
Captain, do you swear that the evidence you are giving in this matter, now an investigation, is the truth, the whole
The U.S. government appoints Rear Admiral William Fogarty to conduct an investigation.
My first reaction was, it was a tragedy. The thing that stuck the most to me was, you've got a lot of responsibilities ahead of you, Fogarty, and probably some sleepless nights.
And nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
The government conducts the investigation in accordance with the Uniform Code of Military Justice. The stakes are high. Investigative journalist Roger Charles is a former Marine officer who's examined the story.
You're looking at a guy who's on top of the world. He's the captain of the billion-dollar Aegis cruiser, and now he's sitting at a table facing possible court-martial and even prison time.
Fogarty's team scrutinizes the actions of the Vincennes crew on that day in forensic detail. When Flight 655 first appears on radar, the USS Vincennes is in the midst of a battle with Iranian gunboats. All aircraft within a 62-mile radius are monitored to ensure they don't pose a threat. Identification Supervisor Anderson starts by checking his commercial air schedule to determine if this is a passenger flight. But he's confused. The schedule lists departures in local time. Anderson is unsure whether that means the time in Bandar Abbas or Bahrain time, which is used on the ship.
You have the almost 30-minute delay caused by the late departure of IRR 655 due to a passenger with a visa problem. Then you have the 30-minute different time zone. So he looks at it, and he's seeing there's nobody within an hour scheduled to be over us.
The IFF system is designed to distinguish friend from foe. Admiral Fogarty needs to establish how the Vincennes could have confused a commercial airliner squawking Mode 3 with a fighter jet emitting Mode 2.
And in your mind, that was not Com Air.
In my mind, sir, it was not a Com Air.
And why?
Because I had saw that Mode 2 squawk, sir.
The Mode 2 was the big indicator for you?
Yes, sir.
From intelligence, Fogarty discovers that his Flight 655 prepared for takeoff at Bandar Abbas. An Iranian F-14 was also on the tarmac. Although Anderson rolled his ball tab to hook Flight 655 as it took off, he left it hooked for almost 90 seconds. So while the hook symbol moved towards the Vincennes, the system was still reading IFF signals from the airport at Bandar Abbas. A tragic combination of poor systems design and human error.
He left the ball tab on Bandar Abbas. So what we believe happened, and I'm pretty sure this is exactly what happened, he picked up the Mode 2 of the Iranian fighter that was getting ready for takeoff behind the Airbus.
When the Vincennes identifies an F-14, it seems to confirm warnings to anticipate trouble over the July 4th weekend.
14. I repeat, incoming Mode 2.
The captain believes that the incoming aircraft is part of a coordinated strike on the Vincennes, an attack from both sea and air.
Sir, possible calm air.
So he places less weight on the warning that the incoming plane is possibly a commercial airliner.
Do you recall Lieutenant Montfort saying, calm air, calm air?
I absolutely remember him telling me that, and I think I raised my hand or something to that effect to indicate that I'd heard him.
You held up your decision to fire.
Yes, sir.
Why?
I wanted every bit of information I could get. IFF was an indicator, but I didn't care whether 1100 was an F-14 or that Falker that flies around out there. But at this point, I thought they always talk to us.
Iranian aircraft on course 211.
The Vincennes transmits a total of 10 radio warnings, but Flight 655